Hi there, it is Amber from Jamber's Dollars and Cents, and we are going to be doing a budget with me video. So let's budget this absolute hot mess together. Wanted to show you what a week we are going to be having in budgeting. Look at all these bills every single day this week, and sometimes multiple bills are due on every single day. Ugh, why? Why do I do this to myself? Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Putting on my glasses just to make me feel smart. I don't know if they do anything. Let's get to it though. All right, so we are budgeting our paychecks. Let me move, make sure you are in the screen. That we got paid on 6/20. So Jay, don't disappoint me. Jay, what did you make? Ugh, I shouldn't, $1,064.89. I'm actually really sad because my favorite pen ran out of ink, so I'm having to search for another favorite pen. I don't know how you guys feel when you have a pen that you just absolutely love and you use it all of the time. Do you mourn its loss? That's what I'm feeling right now, is I'm mourning the loss of my favorite pen. But also, I love the challenge of finding a new one, so hopefully we will. Do you guys have a favorite type of pen that you use? I don't know. All right, and then my paycheck of $944.46. So I can tell you I put 14% of my paycheck every week into my 401k. I want to up this because I just feel like we are not saving enough in our 401k. So we have to start lowering our bills so that I can up adding to our 401k. But we're going to do that. I think we're going to look at doing something in savings challenges this week. We're going to try to finish as many as we can so that we can put that on debt. So what is our total for the week that we're working with? It looks like it is $2,009.35. Now I'm gonna need some coffee because now we're going to talk about the bills. So my fixed expenses, what's coming out this week? So we have the cell phone, which I have already paid, and that was a total of $227.78. And then trash is just an estimate, so I'm going to put that as $30. It's usually less than that, but I can use whatever is left over as a buffer in my bank account, so I'm completely fine with just putting a estimate in my actual here. I actually record it someplace else, so if I ever need to really look back and look to see what the actual amount is, I have it. It's not a big deal. So gas for the house, which I have already paid, which this month is $36.27. Oh, you know it's summertime because gas is low. And then we have car and house insurance coming out. No, actually, I think it's just car insurance. For $93.25. I moved from Michigan to Ohio, and what a difference it is when we come to car insurance. So that is full coverage on 2 vehicles, where in Michigan it is like a no-fault state, but when you are getting full coverage in Michigan, wow. Wow, what a punch to the budget right there. So totally worth the move, even though I am not an Ohio State fan, but that's okay. That is okay. Like, to save money and your car insurance, totally worth it. what is car insurance average in your area? Are you kind of a high budget state or high state where you're paying a lot, or do you have like a reasonable amount? Let me know in the comments below. Then we're having Discovery Plus, my only source of entertainment. I am going to admit to you, I love watching Sister Wives. Like big time. I binge watched it because I wasn't originally watching it when it first came out, but then I kept getting pinged on some different social medias talking about the drama, and I started watching it. I binged watched, gosh, I don't even know how many seasons, and now I'm like religiously watching it every week, waiting for the newest episodes on Discovery Plus. Wow, it makes my life feel like such a dream because of the amount of drama that is going on in there. And I'm not dumb. I know that it's fake. I know that they're writing that, but whoever is doing the writing for Sister Wives, you need to write some fiction, because I would definitely read your books. I am a reader, so State Farm. So this is life insurance on my husband. He doesn't get it through work, so we have it on him outside of work. So that is costing us $35 a month, which is very reasonable. I cannot complain about that. And then we have our tax payment that we have to pay, which is $437.53. And then of course I have a YouTube subscription, so I'm like subscribed to at least one channel. I am probably going to be upping that when I start paying off some more of my debt, because what a great community that we are in. The budgeting community is so welcoming, so wonderful. So I don't know, just you guys are just incredible, and I am so lucky that I took the plunge and decided to start making videos and actively participate, because I was one of those creepers for the longest time, just watching the videos, not commenting, not subscribing, not doing anything, just like watching, learning, pretending I was doing what you were doing, and I was not. Anyways, my subscription is $26.80. So that leaves my total expenses for the week $897.39. That's not bad. When you actually looked at the amount that was on the bigger calendar, it did look a little stressful. I am not gonna lie. Seeing bills due every day. Some days had multiples. Like I think gas insurance and Discovery Plus is coming out of the bank on the same time. It looked a little stressful, but once you add it up and you see how small things are, that's not bad. I can do that. So what is left over from my $2,009 is $1,111.96. So we're always dropping that 96 cents. And we are bringing that $111 down here. Oh, look, again, I'm mourning my favorite pen because I wrote groceries, gas, and spending down here with it. That's okay. It's okay. We can live. We can live. All right, so my groceries. So my groceries does include household and any kind of going out to eat plus food. So we are doing $300. Now, I want to lower this because I feel like this is the biggest opportunity I have. And I'm thinking that maybe next year, maybe before that, I don't know. We're going to talk about it. But I think what I'm going to do is separate them out. It's been working a little bit for me of just having it all in one place. But I think I want to separate out the actual food from household from going out to eat because I don't feel like am able to track as well in my budget to see the biggest opportunity because I lump them all together. So I'm not going to change this week because I already, with my favorite pen, wrote groceries in here. So we're going to keep this method up. But I think that it's going to serve me better if I separate these out. So when I can make the change, we will make that change. So that is $300. And I don't want to say I'm stressed out about that, but I do know that food is super expensive. And I live in a village in Ohio where there's only one grocery store here, and that is Kroger. And when you research how they do pricing, when there's no competitors around, they actually up their prices quite a bit. So I noticed that I would buy something at our local Kroger, which, my son works at, and I really, truly want to support because, I'm very appreciative that they hired him. So my son's autistic and so sweet, so wonderful, such a hard worker, but a lot of people kind of avoid hiring autistic or special needs people, which just breaks my heart. And it's really the reason why I started my t-shirt company, is because I want to create an opportunity for him to work and not have to rely on other people. So it's honestly like why I'm working and hustling so hard to build that up so that, we can bring on an employee and he can work that. But wow, I'm like getting all over the place today. You guys, I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever, so I'm dumping out my soul here. So this grocery budget, I think we could do so much better with that by going to Aldi's. So Aldi's is probably about 20 minutes from my house. And I heard, and I don't know if it's true, so I think I'm going to go check that out either today or tomorrow, that Aldi is actually dropping its prices on food. And they're doing that to kind of help the economy. And again, I think I saw a video on it, and I don't know if it's true because you can't believe everything that you see on the internet. So I want to believe it's true, and I'm going to go check it out for myself, because if that is the case, I wonder if we switch from my local Kroger with no competitors that we know they're charging us more because there's nobody competing against them, to driving another 15 minutes out of our way to go to Aldi's, how much that would save or how much difference that would make on our food budget. So I will keep you posted because I'm just curious. And have you guys heard this whole Aldi's thing where they're lowering their pricing? Let me know. All right, and then gas for our vehicles, we're again doing 100. Oh no, see? Oh, stressing me out here. That's why it's not my favorite pen. It's inconsistent. We do have some left over in the gas, but we're gonna stuff that $100 because anything left over at the end of the month is just going into savings challenges. So we do that and we love it. I am upping our spending. So instead of $20, we're both getting $40 this week, which will be taking out $80. So what I'm trying to do is I'm starting to pad our spending where I can, because I know that we're going on vacation. Not this month, but next month, towards the end of the month, we're going on vacation. So I am starting to pull this out. I don't think that I'll be giving the extra money to my husband. It'll go someplace else. We will see. And then we actually have a wedding that we're going to today, which is why I'm filming right now, so that I can actually go and get ready. And we are giving $100, which seems pretty low, but they're just acquaintances. They're not really friends of the family or anything like that. So $100 to at least pay for our food, I think is good. I don't know. I always stress out, guys, when it comes to knowing. Like, I overly research. I don't know how you guys are, but I will, like, oh, how much is appropriate to give at a wedding, and then over research it and then stress about it until it is over. So I will not stop stressing until tomorrow morning when I wake up. So for our variable expenses, it is going to be $580, which is a great big chunk of change. But it is how we survive. That leaves me $531 left over. And that is going to go towards my savings goals. So let's bring up that 531 here. So last week I was talking about how I need to start building up my buffer again in my bank. So that is what the first thing we're gonna do. Whoa, can you guys hear that? There's a vehicle that's driving by and they're playing really loud music and my walls are shaking. Like, come on, it's so early in the morning. I don't want to listen to that. We are going to be keeping $200 in the bank for that buffer. And this, I think we will just one more week be stuffing this, and then we'll be back to where I'm going to feel comfortable. My sinking funds, so we're going to be putting a lot in our sinking funds this week. I shouldn't say a lot. More than usual. We're doing 231. Because again, I'm wanting to stuff a little bit more in that vacation fund. And then what does that leave over for my savings challenges? So all of my savings challenges are going towards debt payoff. So you won't see it here. My debt payoff is really labeled debt savings challenges in my binder, but it has been working well for me, so I am not changing. This I'm not changing, because if I have to pay off debt, I'm going to have fun doing it. And we are going to be doing $100 into that. And that brings my total down here of $531. Meaning every single dollar that we got paid is working, is doing something. It has an assignment. It's working for me. I am totally feeling like a budget boss because I'm in control here. And I'd like to say nobody can tell me what to do, but that's a lie. That's a lie. People tell me how much I owe them for debts, right? Okay, what's going in my cash envelopes? So for vacation this week, because I said I'm going to start to stuff it a little bit more. So instead of the $20 that we usually do, we're going to be doing $75. Our miscellaneous that we have been overly relying upon. So really need to go back and check to see why we're spending this money and see if I need to put in a little bit more sinking funds for us to kind of save for certain topics, so for certain situations. So we are putting another $50 in there. Halloween, which so excited that our candy is already fully funded, but it is getting another 20, which that will go towards our costumes. And I know this is stupid because it's only June. Oh, do you guys hear my sweet Elsa? Oh, she's a heartbreaker. So she is so tiny, but she is so loud. If you can hear her, it's because she hears me in here and she wants to come in and cuddle and play. So that makes me feel awful, but Mama's got some work to do, right? So Halloween is fully funded. This is going to go towards our costumes, which we are going to actually start talking about costumes really soon. I am not a last minute Lucy. I cannot stand waiting until the last minute to figure out what costumes I'm wearing. So I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to buy it. Usually I'm like making it or piecing it together, and that takes some time. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I know. I will be out shortly, okay? Then Christmas. Can you believe how loud she is? I don't know if you guys can hear it because I don't use a microphone, which I probably should, but I don't use one. So Christmas is getting 20. Let's be honest, Christmas is never fully funded. Never ever. Because no matter how much you stuff in Christmas, you're always going to find something to spend it on. So $20 is what it's getting out of my paycheck this week. And then we have our pet, which we have to start stuffing a little bit more because Elsa needs to get some more shots and other maintenance things. That is getting a 20, and one more. That is car repair. I think she gave up. Knowing that I'm not coming out. So that is getting a 20. And then let's see, make sure I got everything. So vacation, miscellaneous, pet, Halloween, Christmas. Oh, see, I almost messed up. So my nails, which I think I'm going on a Wednesday this week. I'm not a big fan of, I usually prefer to go on the weekend, but she did not have anything available at all. And I am in need of a fill. So bad. But I think I'm gonna go black this time just because it goes really well with the clothes I usually wear to work. But we are gonna start stuffing for the next one because the one I'm doing, I think on Wednesday. It's either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I'm gonna have to go check. That is fully funded, so we are gonna start saving up for the next one. So that is $26. And that is bringing our total to $231, which if I flip you back here, sinking funds, $231. Bam. Look at that. I'm impressed with myself. I'm not gonna lie, I cheated and used a calculator. Well, that is actually it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me and budgeting with me, seeing me bossing around my money. Not really, it's the bills that are bossing me around, but that's okay. I'm at least being able to pay them. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for all the encouragement, and we'll talk to you soon.